Scene 12.23. Hey y'all, Artist Poet Girl here, also known as APG Jamie, and today we're going to work on an ATC using that stuff you just saw momentarily ago. This is a piece of leftover stuff I used on the Halloween wreath. You know what? Fall leaf wreath? Yeah. Link above, right hand corner, iCard, and below, description box, along with a list of ingredients. So anyway, I painted that cardstock with glow-in-the-dark paint. It doesn't glow in the dark anymore. But anyway, so I had these pieces left over, and I thought, well, I'm going to use them on this ATC, because as soon as I heard the theme Winter Wonderland, this image popped in my head, and I am happy to say that I was able to recreate what I saw in my head. Makes me so stinking happy. So anyway, I'm taking those pieces and I've drawn, your typical snow scene. To us in the South who don't get snow. So, take my snow scenes with a grain of snow or ice. And this is some really old clear type glitter, plastic glitter, chunky stuff I've had I've probably had it my entire life. I'm only 34, y'all. So, anyhoodles, taking just a plain white cardstock base cut down to the official ATC size of 2.5 by 3.5. Now, you can make your ATC images portrait or landscape, either one. Oh, did I mention this is for the Grumbacher Art Swap number 55 event, hosted on their Grumbacher fan page on the Facebook, okay? You don't have to be a member on there or anything else to join in. You just need someone to send you the information on what the swap is. So originally, I wanted, a crackled background, so that's what I did. I painted, the bluish background, and I put some crackle on there and set it aside to dry, and, we'll get back to it in a minute. You probably read what that said anyways. So here I am die cutting some snowflakes, and these are AliExpress dies, hence no name, brand, whatever. And I'm just using some washi tape to adhere that same glow in the dark, doesn't glow in the dark, cardstock. And I might have a little glowing ability, maybe. It's hard to say. So anyway, and I'm just using a little pokey tool there to poke out the snowflakes. And yeah. I guess that's it, huh? And I'd already die cut the frame because I'm using, as y'all saw earlier, maybe, I have a frame I'm going to be putting around it. And we're waiting for that crackle medium to dry. So it got set aside. Don't worry about crossing your fingers on that one because it doesn't work. But I still left it in there so y'all can see. Because I'm nice like that. I'm kind. I want y'all to see the mess ups. Sometimes I want you to see the mess ups. Sometimes if a video doesn't turn out at all, y'all not going to see it. I haven't had that happen yet. Knock on wood. Anyway, this Viva metallic silver is just luscious. Patty Tolly Paris turned me on to it. And that's the frame I'll be using. And I'm just painting the silver on there. And I'm not sure if you can tell. I mean, it's just, you only really need one coat. Okay? I think I come back and brush on what I had left on there just because I had it left. But it didn't need a heat tool, y'all. And so it didn't crackle, so I thought, well, let's just put another layer on there because maybe it wasn't thick enough. Maybe I brushed it out and made it too thinner. So, I'm just brushing the edges, barely brushing the edges, and that's it. Set it aside to dry. And it ended up drying over the weekend. So now I have this snowflake punch. It's probably Recollections, y'all. List of ingredients in the description box below the video. Just click on the word more to see more. And I punched out a bunch of them, and I die cut several of them. And so my one with the faux snow on it, I thought, well, I want another hill, because it always snows on hills, right? It's never flat ground. Well, I guess the wind would blow and make snow drifts. So yeah, that might be. I don't know. I'm just gonna have to take somebody else's word for it. So I've made another hill, and using a bit darker blue, the same blues, it's Robin's Egg Blue. And when my background doesn't work, I totally switch to a different blue. See, no crackle whatsoever. You bend it and it cracks. It breaks. Yeah, I'm trying to show you. I don't know if you can tell on your screen or not. So the heck with that. That's going in the recycle bin, y'all. So there's my all my little doolollies. I'm going to stack up over there because I need to figure out a new background. So, you know, when all else fails, go back to the tried and true Elmer's glue, crackle. All right. So I'm mixing a little bit of my fancy metallic silver into a darker blue, and it does give it a little shimmer. Yeah. Do I throw any white in there? I don't know. It's been a week. It's been about a week since I worked on this. Okay. Nope, that was it. Just the silver and the blue. And we're smearing it on, and it's pretty. I like that. Blue's pretty, y'all. And I end up with, you know, some of that faux snow glitter stuff. Chunky. Anyway, it dried. And so I'm getting my next layer of paint ready over there. That's why I'm mixing it up, because once you put your Elmer's glue on, you want to hurry up and put your top coat, because it needs to be wet, y'all. And the thickness of the Elmer's glue that you use does affect the crackle. From what I understand, the thicker the glue, the heavier, or the thicker the crack lines. And see, that's Elmer's glue all in an Aleene's bottle. That's why that lid is orange. That's why I was showing it to you. So there, I'm putting my glue on, and I'm putting it on somewhat thinnish because I do want finer cracks, okay? But as you'll see in the end, I have some parts are thicker than others. So, and I'm wiping some of that extra glue off, and I'm kind of going in every direction because I'm wanting crackles in whatever directions they end up. I don't know if the brush strokes have anything to do with that at all. I don't know, y'all. So I've rinsed my brush out, or I'm using a different brush even, probably. And now I'm applying the paint, the acrylic paint, and I'm kind of dabbling on it on there, brushing, not really brushing, because I don't want to disturb the glue, really. So, and anywhere I think it's too thin, I just kind of dabble some more on there. And then we're going to end up using heat tool on it, y'all. You can even see now it's already starting to try to, you know, dry. Heat tool, y'all. I'm going to zoom in. Let's see, can we get up closer? Because it's just going to happen right before your eyes, and you're going to go, ah, that was fast. So there we are, using the heat tool. Look, the crack just happening. It's just happening all over the place. Now, I did set it aside and let it dry, I don't know, a little while. It might have been overnight. It might have just been during lunch. I don't remember that, because you do want the underside to dry all the way. And the reason it cracks, and if you're going to use the heat tool, you have to be careful, because when the underneath side is wet, see, look at that, isn't that just beautiful crackles? When underneath is wet and you use heat tool on it, it can create steam, and that gives you bubbles. So you got to be careful with it, which is why I just semi-dried it and then set it aside. And I probably did go eat lunch and jump. something like that. Maybe came back 30 minutes to an hour. So be good and dry. So that's the back of my ATC. I computer print those, and I recommend you putting the back on if you're going to be using 3D-ish elements on the top, all dependent. Because if you're not through painting on the top, you might mess your back up. Even when you put it on, you still might mess it up, because I've been known to do that before. So any hoodles, there I am gluing my Winter Wonderland background to my ATC back, checking my edges, and I do tend to make the size just slightly bigger so that I can trim off, if I need to. Because, ain't no ruler bossing me. Okay? And I do end up trimming off, just like probably not even a 1/16 of an inch. I don't even know if y'all can tell I trimmed. Yeah, you can kind of tell. It's just like a hair, y'all. So anywho, so now I got my background glued on, and I'm getting out my silver thread over there. Fortunately for me, I found it because I had bought silver and gold thread, and I lost my gold, and I went and bought more gold thread. And then I was looking through my winter stuff, and lo and behold, there was my little baggie full of, not full of, but it had gold and silver thread. And I thought, perfect, because that's what I need, is the silver thread. So I'm going to glue down the bottom part of my frame only, because I want to fit in my little snow drifts, my snow drift, and then the darker one, so that I want to make sure it gets inside the frame. And really, I could have put my silver threads on before I glued the frame down and just glued the whole thing down, but hindsight, because I was still trying to figure out how I was going to put the threads on there. Now, this ATC has motion without having movement. In my opinion, it shows motion without having movement, okay? And that's what the threads are going to be used for. They will end up looking, and I asked my husband, I said, what do you think of those silver threads? And he said, well, it looked like the wind blowing. And that was the effect I was hoping for. So, there we go. Success! So there's my darker blue snow heel. And gluing it in there. I'm going to smash it up with my little wooden smasher there, also known as Woody. And yeah, that looks good. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I don't know why I keep messing with it. So here's the one with the glittery snow on it, and it doesn't quite meet on that one edge, as you probably can tell, because I could sure tell it in real life. But I'm like, well, that's okay. I'll just I'm pointing it out to you. I'll just put some glue there and put some more glitters on there. It'll be fine. Won't nobody know. See, y'all don't even know it's like that, do you? And I thought, well, that's kind of cool having that snow come up over the frame anyways. So there I am being so careful with that precious glitter. That stuff is precious. It's valuable. Don't lose one single grain of it, APT. Don't you do it. I'm smashing it down in the glue so it sticks really good. And I must say, it does stick pretty good, when you smash it down in there like that. I'm gonna y'all watch what I do with it. I did it, y'all saw it before. I'm gonna save this precious stuff, because that bottle, I don't have near enough glitters in that bottle. So now I'm gonna add just a tad of shading, and that is a probably it's a watercolor pencil. I don't know the brand. I just don't. I don't think it's, I don't know what it is. So we'll just leave it at that. And I'm just kind of smearing it around, just to add a little shading in there. Wasn't happy, so I'm having to add a little more, just touching my little water brush there. And now I'm going to make a little shading up there, kind of a little divot like. I don't know what I'm doing, y'all. I've never seen snow like this. Not in real life. I've seen it in the movies. It's all a matter of perspective, y'all. Just saying. So I'm pretty happy with, you know, my little shading there. So, oh, that kind of messed up. But that's all right. Y'all never know unless I told you. But I didn't tell you that. So this video is just under, I mean, like, you know, 2 seconds underneath 25 minutes. So, and now I'm going to add some highlights, and that's just white acrylic paint over there, and I am just using my water brush. And it's kind of hard to tell on my little editing screen, but in real life you can kind of see it more better. Man, I sure like that crackle background. I'm glad I remembered about the Elmers and all. Snazzy. Makes me stinking happy, y'all. Winter Wonderland, Grumbacher Art Swap, number 55 theme. The name of this ATC, because I do name them, is Cold and Windy. Hence the title of the video. Heat tool, y'all. I have to be careful because that is plastic glitter and it will melt with the heat tool. Okay? You don't want to melt your snow. Okay, now it's time for thread. But anyway, that was just enough to get that glue to drying down there. And I'm going to, it's very hard to see the thread. Am I going to use the thread first? No, I'm going to line out these snowflakes. I almost said star. They little, they cute, and they're glow in the dark. So I cut one in half, and then I'm going to cut another one in half. Well, not really in half. That one was more like a, I don't know, quarter or something. So yeah, I guess that's how I want them. And I'm going to put some, oh, that silly bottle. I have to use a needle on it, I think, darn near every time I use it. And the old hand switcheroo. And that is Aleene's Turbo in that bottle, because I like this bottle better than the Aleene's Turbo bottle that it came in. Just saying. It's my glue. I can put it where I want it, right? And that one went partially on the frame and partially on the background. Now here comes the thread. Yep, that's loose. So I'm going to put some glue on there. This is why I'm saying I should, you know, if I knew how I was going to do the thread, I would have, yeah, done that before I glued the frame down. So I'm wrapping those around my fingers, you know, kind of like you would if you was making a pom-pom or a tassel or something. And I'm going to stick it so that the loose ends of the thread are hanging down across the winter scene. Now it's a scene. Okay, we're going to call it a winter scene. And I'm trying to make that little, because this is really thin threads, pretty fine. And I end up figuring out that, you know, if I roll them together between my thumb and forefinger, they kind of roll together, and it makes it easier to stick on that glue line that's now drying. And I had to do that for a long time. See, now I'm rolling it. I finally snapped to it. Oh, I just am so happy how this came out, and I hope whoever gets it is really happy with it too, because I am almost going to make me another one, maybe, almost. I want to. I don't know. If I do, I'll, you know, put the threads on the frame before I put the frame on the ATC. Any hoodles. As you can see, I do this a long time because I want to make sure y'all can kind of tell what I'm doing. It's kind of hard to tell what I'm doing. I think I finally just stopped because I'm like, well, that's enough. I'm tired of doing it. So I'm kind of straightening out the threads, making sure that they're mostly loose and hanging inside the frame. Now, oh, gotta fix one. It didn't quite work out because some of them I had to clip because both ends were stuck in underneath the frame. And that's fine because, you know, it really didn't matter anyway. Because I get the essence of what I was after. Yeah. So there we are. I'm gluing it down. Still straightening out some of those threads. I don't know if y'all can see them on your screen because it's pretty fine thread. And with it being silver, it's practically invisible, you know. How we doing on time? Recording time is kind of okay. So, yeah. Now I'm trimming off the little thread ends that were sticking out above the frame, and now I'm trimming some of the threads because I don't want them all the same length, and I want them to all look like they're blowing here and there and tethering on tether and yawn. Yeah. So that I'm having to actually cut those because somehow or another they got all whatevered. And I'm going to be putting the bigger snowflakes on, you know, the ones we die cut. I know you can't really see, but that's okay. Really wasn't nothing to see. I'm just trimming up the little threads. That's all. See? Can you see? Can you kind of see the threads? So now I'm wrapping that back around there so it didn't come all loose. Because it'll happen. That thread will just come loose off those spools. And now I did end up die cutting more than I needed, but that's fine. They can be used on some other project. I'm going to put this really big one here in the front so it's closest to you, you know. And I'm going to come back and add some more of those little teeny ones in there because I'm trying to entrap some of the thread but yet have some of the threads loose, because in my opinion, now this is my opinion, it really does look, it's almost like you can see the wind, because you know you really can't see the wind unless it's blowing something like sand or dirt or snow or rain for that matter, or leaves. But this theme is Winter Wonderland. That's why I went with snow. I guess if I'd done Winter Wonderland in Texas, there wouldn't have been no snow involved. So there we are. We're just gluing some more snowflakes on. And, yeah, just gluing them on. That one's overlapping onto the frame. I guess all these bigger ones are. Yeah, I reckon it kind of looks that way, doesn't it? Did I tell you I was really happy with this? Because it came out the same way I pictured it in my head. It's unusual for that to happen for me. Not impossible, just unusual. It just happened every once in a while. Sometimes it comes out way different than what I thought, but I'm still extremely happy with it. So, and there we go. Gluing the last one on. Is that the last one? I think that is. Kind of rearranging some of those threads under there. Those tweezers are coming real handy. It helps keep getting that glue from sticking on your fingers and then stuff sticking to your fingers. And you're like, no, I'm gluing that down. I don't want it on my fingers. So, adding some more little stars because these are kind of going on top of the threads. And there we go. I think it's just a luscious card, y'all. Just luscious. Luscious. Close up. Can you see the wind blowing back there? Can you see it? So I slowed it down. Real slow. Oh, back to normal edge. Oh, we're done. Photo montage. Photo montage. Oh, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your valuable time, your subscribing, your liking, your kind commenting, and your sharing of my fun videos. Because I think they're fun. I have fun with them anyway. And I appreciate your views tremendously. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There's a disclaimer screen fixing to come up. Thanks for watching. And happy arting, y'all.